overt racism and implicit or microaggressions, they strike the same nerve in the brain. So not to get too nerdy as a clinician up here, but our brain, if it perceives it as a stress, then we have a stress response. And it's fight or flight, you've probably heard of it. But if you approach someone not of color and they give you a microaggression, there's a lot of denial that it impacts the person that's receiving it. But it actually says, hey, you walked into this room, my relationship with you is based on our color. I'm initiating that right away. I'm telling you, I noticed that we're different. So in a microaggression, the fight or flight response can still be activated, even if it's lower level. Over time, that does not do well in our body systems. That should just be for getting out of the way of a car, touching a hot pot, right? That internal structure that we have to keep us away from danger. Microaggressions, macroaggressions, anything to do with racism, this made-up system that we've made, it impacts the part of the brain that there's a stressor, and so we have to respond. Our heartbeat has to race. Our palms have to sweat. We have to get ready to either flee or fight this person. So even if it's low level, over time, that can cause a lot on the mental health, but also on the physical health. I can't speak to the physical health, I'm not a medical doctor, but mental health wise, it's chronic stress, it's hypervigilance or feeling on edge all of the time wherever you go. Of course, sadness and anger, lower self-confidence, PTSD symptoms or flat out PTSD, depending on the severity. Of course, that could cause us to have addiction problems because that is a coping skill, and that disorder is based on coping. Work and school performance, obviously we can have some challenges in that if we have prolonged trauma response activated in our body, and a reduced sense of well-being. So we're going to get into how this affects our students.